Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things narcissism, and this video is going to be about several things a narcissistic person does not want you to know. Narcissistic people are incredibly envious of other people. They're also very entitled, grandiose, self-absorbed people that believe it's okay to exploit people to get their needs met, and they lack the empathy to care. So with those characteristics, there is plenty of things that they don't want other people to know about them. One of the main things a narcissistic person doesn't want you to know is the truth. They don't hide the truth from you to protect your feelings. They hide the truth from you to protect themselves. We can all have things in our lives that we perhaps don't want other people to know. However, it's not negatively going to impact that other person by not knowing. A narcissist will leave out information that could get you to make a choice that isn't in the narcissist's best interest. Whereas if they leave out that information, you're not able to make an informed choice. Therefore, it leads you to making a choice that suits the narcissist because they lack the empathy to care. So a narcissistic person does not want people to know the truth. Narcissistic people don't want you to know who they truly are or what they are actually doing. They go all out to create that false persona, to mirror you, to future fake with you, to sell you that illusion, that false belief of who they are as a person so that they can get their needs met by you. They don't want you to know their insecurities, their vulnerabilities. They want you to know things where they can lie and play the victim to gain that sympathetic attention, but they don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know how they feel. They don't want you to know that they feel offended when you say no to them. Instead, they're going to fall silent on you, sulk on you, procrastinate, guilt trip you, do all they can to get you to change your no into a yes to serve them. And then they're going to go around and accuse you of being selfish, of being stubborn, of being awkward. They might have those feelings. Narcissistic people are very envious of others, so therefore they seek to pull other people down. They don't want you to know that they're envious of you. They want you to be envious of them. So they're going to create scenarios to provoke feelings of jealousy and frustration and anger and resentment within you, especially if a narcissist is feeling those things, so that they can blame you for being the jealous one, the bitter one, the angry one. A narcissistic person relies on things such as reactive abuse. When they feel offended, when they suffer a narcissistic injury, things such as being criticised, even if it's constructive criticism, being told no. When a narcissist receives a narcissistic injury, they might rage out at you. They might talk over you, they might shout at you, they might lash out at you, they might use their passive aggressive behaviours and fall silent on you. However, they're going to do all they can to chip away at you, to provoke you, to get you to react towards them. And as you take responsibility for your behaviour, once you reacted towards them, they're suddenly going to be all calm and smug and, well, look at the state of you, what's your problem, are you having a bad day? So that you question yourself. However, they don't question their behaviour. They don't want you to know how they feel. Instead, they will provoke those feelings within you and then shame you for having those feelings. They feel ashamed at times, which is why they pass the blame. They don't want you to know their fears. Narcissistic people tend to fear things such as abandonment. Unless they've got another source of supply lined up. They need supply, they need that validation, they need that attention. So when it comes to a narcissist, they fear things such as abandonment, but they don't want you to know this. However, when it comes to you going out with friends or family, they're going to come at you with those false accusations because they're jealous, because they're worried. So they're going to come at you with those false accusations of who you're trying to impress, to change the way you look, to change the way you dress, to bring you down because they're jealous, they're envious, they don't want you doing well, they want to sabotage you. They cause those arguments before you go out. They don't talk to you when you come home because they're conditioning you in a manner where when you do something, there's going to be a punishment for you doing that thing. And when you don't do something that they've asked you not to do, they might reward you to condition you into no longer seeing your friends, no longer seeing your family, because they fear being abandoned. They fear exposure. So any little vulnerability they've got on you, anything you've told them in confidence, they're going to use against you. What if so-and-so found out about this? They don't want to be exposed for their behaviour, so they're going to do all they can to intimidate you. They might take photos of you naked, fast asleep, and they will say that if you were to do something, they will expose those photos to people, even though you're fast asleep, because they have to have one over on you. Narcissistic people don't want you to know that they need you to feed their ego. They need that admiration. They need that validation. They will act like they don't need you. They will turn around and threaten divorce, threaten a breakup, threaten to walk out. Yet if they haven't got a new source of supply lined up and you say okay, they will quickly revert and play the victim of how they're nothing without you, or ask you what your problem is to try and get you back on side until they've got a new source of supply. Once they've got a new source of supply, they don't mind if you leave. However, they need that validation. So when they move on, they're going to provoke you into looking angry and jealous and bitter. So that you react, and that validates them. That makes them feel the bigger person. It makes them feel superior. They need that attention from you. They need that validation from those around them. And when they don't get it, they feel hurt and they seek to punish those who don't provide them with the validation they believe they're entitled to. And narcissistic people most certainly don't want you to know when they're wrong. They don't want to know themselves when they're in the wrong. They just quickly change the subject, talk over you, throw a load of word salad your way, gaslight your reality. They go all out to provoke a reaction from you so they can blame you for being the problem. They go all out to shame you, to humiliate you, to threaten you, to silence you. Because a narcissistic person does not want to admit being in the wrong. To them, everybody else is wrong and they're right. Now, we can all have something that we firmly believe and then new evidence comes along. We can have all once firmly believed that a narcissist was a genuine, honest, kind, caring person. And then new evidence comes along and it takes a while to sort those beliefs out and recognise the person who is actually in front of us and not the person they sold themselves to be. So we can all have a belief. We can all think highly of somebody and then later down the line realise that we were in the wrong. We can have all spoken highly of somebody and then later down the line realise that we were in the wrong. With a narcissistic person, they're not going to admit to being in the wrong. They're going to look to play the victim or to shame, to blame, to accuse, to play the hero, to do all they can other than admit fault. Because to a narcissist, nothing is ever their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Somebody else made them do it. Just like when it comes to their abandonment issues, they will happily cheat on you. Yeah, if you catch them out, they'll never trust you again. Instead, they'll turn around and claim that if you'd have paid them more attention, because they're seeking that validation. Not that they want to admit to that. So if you were to try and ask them about this, they're going to invalidate you to make you feel bad. They'll happily tell you that you'll never find anybody like them because they're going to draw out every insecurity within you to make you feel less than, so that you feel that that's all you deserve. And the bare minimum we deserve is to be treated with respect and loyalty and honesty. We can all make mistakes. Most genuine people will learn from those mistakes. Narcissistic people just learn how to get away with their mistakes. There are plenty of things narcissistic people don't want you to know. Anything you notice, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot give no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.